Welcome back. This summer, we really enjoyed many festivals, particularly in the New Alamein city and, of course, in the Citadel. Do we have now, in the full sense of the word, festivities tourism? And to what extent it's very important to encourage this kind of tourism to boost this vital sector? To shed more light on this, we are very much delighted to have with us via phone Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert. Thank you very much for being with us, sir.
Thank you very much and good morning to you and all the audience.
Thank you, sir. And let's start with this question. Now I can say that in the full sense of the word, we do have festivities tourism.
Well, festivity tourism is very well known around the world. There are many festivals very known around the world, something like Rio Festival and festivals in Spain that involve the bulls fighting and many other festivals that brings joy to the people and brings tourism and brings business to the country. So having many festivals and around the country, around the year, definitely this is something will encourage more tourism to come, especially if it's involving concerts and
This is it, sir. This is what I wanted to focus on. I mean, we had before the Citadel Festival, like the one which we really enjoyed in the past week, in addition to the Drums Festival in El Mu'izz Street in Old Cairo, but with a New Alamein Cities Festival, which lasted for weeks, and it included concerts, it included sports events, it included even fashion shows. This combination, how do you see it as another way of introducing Egypt to the world?
New Alamein Festival was a great idea, really, I have to say. So far, this year it was the first year. It was an introduction, but as you said, it had many events, concerts, fashion shows, sports. So having it in the next years and having it also not just in the summer, maybe have another version in the spring or even in the winter, although it might not bring as many visitors as in the summer, of course, but it will be a good chance to introduce the city and the whole North Coast in a new timing. North Coast of Egypt is just used 2 months a year, which is, for me, is not fair, because North Coast of Egypt we can use it throughout the year. And this is the idea of having Alamein City from the beginning, and having other events and other festivals maybe in, I don't know, November or December or March or, some other time. It will shed a really strong spotlight in this area. It will start with locals. It will start with our fellow brothers from Arab world, but eventually it will bring also more tourism from all around the world. Alamein City, the Alamein Festival this year, it succeeded to brought thousands and thousands of Arabs from Gulf area, from Jordan, from Lebanon, from all over.
From the Gulf,
Arab
from
world.
everywhere. But how do you see the way we build our fourth generation cities? I mean, the smart cities, the developed, modernized infrastructure, digital Egypt, the new republic. How do you see this as sending a message to the world that our new cities are not at all less vivid, less luxurious than any other city in Europe, for example?
Well, well, most of the time, if you say Egypt in front of any foreigner, especially, I'm not talking about ours, but Europeans and so on. If you say the word Egypt, most of the time, the picture that will come in their mind will be the desert, the pyramids, and a camel, which is very small part of the truth. So by
Yes.
building these modern cities, we're sending a message that Egypt is now a really modern country, not just the way you are thinking.
Yeah.
So
Sir,
it is really, and it brings business, it brings tourism, it's tourism now. It's all about new attractions, going out, nightlife, food. You see, it's history and culture becoming a very small part of the tourism, and it's becoming a very small part of the tourism even in the future. It's becoming smaller and smaller. So now people are looking for new attractions, festivals like this, events, concerts, adventures, go to the desert, diving, skydiving,
health
shopping.
tourism in
This is what the
Siwa,
people are looking
safari in
for.
the
So
white
these cities
desert,
are
you
really,
name it.
really.
But of course, our cultural tourism is going to remain a
Of
big
course,
part, because our civilization is going to continue to amaze the whole world. And
of course,
with
of course.
in just 2 months with the inauguration of the gym, I think this is going to be a leap or a turning point. But sir, if you permit me to discuss with you an idea. With the success of the new Alamein Cities Festival, which, as I said, extended for weeks, what about having another festival in the new Minya city, for example, with the wonderful Nile there in the winter? Because as far as I know, and would you please correct me if I'm wrong, that our real tourism season starts in the winter or extended in the
Yes,
winter.
yes, yes. That's a great idea, really. I personally, I wish to see it. Festival in the new Minya, festival in the new capital, a festival in Luxor, a festival everywhere. Why not? This will make us happy as Egyptians, and it will bring business. It will give really good message to the world out there that, first of all, it's safe. Definitely, because if we're not safe country, definitely will not have such events and festivals, and that we
Yes.
are people that love life, and we welcome our guests, and it sends so many positive messages. So yes, definitely. I really wish to see this.
Because every single place in Egypt deserved to be seen, deserved to be visited. By all, by the way, I mean by Egyptians first, to know more about their own country, and to receive our guests coming from all over the world, as you kindly mentioned. But let me, if you please, focus on that for a while. To what extent such festivals, if we do focus more on them, will attract more Egyptians to visit all Egypt, to spend their vacation in Siwa, for example, in Dahab, in Luxor, in, as we said, in New Minya, or new cities scattered all over Egypt now. How do you see this as another source of pride, even for all of us as Egyptians, knowing more about our own land?
Well, this is really started a few years ago. Egyptians started to look into the country and go to, as we say, exotic places like Siwa, like Oasis, like Dahab, Aswan. It's not until recently, they just used to go to Alexandria, North Coast, Hurghada, and Sharm. But now they're expanding. They're going more to other places. So definitely that's a good thing, because Egyptians deserve to know more about their country, deserve to be more proud about their country. Then they can be good example and good ambassadors for other tourists. And also it will encourage investors to invest more in hotels for Egyptians, and then to bring tourists from the world. So
to open
definitely
new markets.
domestic tourism, domestic tourism
yes,
will be
yeah.
the first step for international tourism.
Amen to that. Well, Mr. Ahmed Badr, our tourism expert, thank you very much for your input, sir, and have a very good day. One of my dreams is to go to the new Minya city, to go to Tun Al Jabal in the morning, to visit the cemeteries there, and to know more about the history of this place and how great were our ancestors, and at night to go to one of the festivals there and to attend, for example, a concert with the great Omar Khayrat, or to watch a sports event with the athletes coming from all over the world, not only to practice their favorite sport, but to continue with seeing more of Egypt. And every one of them is going to return back to his country with wonderful memories, and to be such an ambassador for our lovely nation with all what it has, whether it's cultural events, whether it's festivities, it's concerts, it's sports action, it's sports events, or even visiting our temples, our museums now scattered all over Egypt, whether new ones or renovated ones. All this and more in one country, in Egypt. And this is us. This is Egypt. This is an open invitation to visit Egypt and to enjoy every single minute of your day. Well, by this we come to the end of our episode, of our breakfast show. Stay tuned on Nile TV International always for more updates, and for more details, please log on to www.nileinternational.net. Many thanks for watching. With all my love, this was Nermeen Abdurrahman.